Okay, so let's talk about the real reason your Japanese still sounds off. Okay, guys, my name is Sean Nairn and I'm a interpreter here in Japan. All right, so let's get started. So a lot of foreigners in Japan who work in Japan or study abroad in Japan know a lot of words, but when it comes to communication, they just freeze. Okay, let me give you one example. Okay, so what does this look like, right? For example, kyo, kare, tabemas, all these words like restaurant, you know all these words, but when it comes to like making a sentence, when I say please make a sentence, please say something like I'll have some curry tonight at a restaurant, you just freeze. You're like, how do I do that? Okay, how do we do that? So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to connect these words, not by just learning words, but learning a few other things that I'm going to talk about in this video, right? So let's get started. Guys, instead of studying just words, this is very important. What you want to do is, so we got word, the connector, how to connect those words. It acts as kind of like a kind of glue, right? So you got to kind of connect these words. And also, when are you talking about? When is this taking place? It's the tense, okay? For example, if you had ramen today, 今日はラーメンを食べました. Though you know kyo or ramen or tabemasu, the words, but most of you don't know wa and wo in these connectors. All right. In this sentence, the tense is kyo. It's today. It's happening right now. Present tense. The connectors are these two, wa and wo. All right. This is a good example. Okay. This is what a real Japanese sentence looks like. Okay. Much better than just saying random words and not making sense. Okay. So focusing on words is good when you're starting out, but nothing you say will make sense if you forget the connector and the tense. Okay, so if this is what's happening to you right now, let's fix that. All right. So when it comes to the tense, so we have, excuse me, I talked about the tense and the connector. Okay, first we're going to talk about the tense. When it comes to tense, we have past, present, and future. I'm going to talk about present first because it's the easiest. Okay, it's the most general tense. I'll have some ramen tonight. Let's go with the same example. Okay. 今日はラーメンを食べます. 食べます. So present tense becomes the must form. 食べます. Okay. Another the fact that we're learning tense and also the connectors. I want to introduce some connectors here. One that you can use is 家でラーメンを食べます. So when we say at, so the sentence means today at home, I'm going to have some ramen. I'm just going to have some ramen at home. 家で makes the sentence mean at location. Okay, so we're saying at home. This is a connector that you can use. All right. So 今日は家でラーメンを食べます. This is present tense and at home. Okay, this is present tense. Let's talk about past tense now. Now, same example. Instead of I'll have ramen tonight, how about I had some ramen last night? Okay, so the tense becomes tabemashita. It's past tense. It's something that happened in the past. This is the difference. Tabemasu versus tabemashita. Okay, and it becomes yesterday, so it's kino, last night, kino wa. Okay, so the difference here is that present tense it used to be tabemasu, right? And then if you want to say past tense, it becomes mashita. Mashita, okay? Another bonus thing that you could do is, the same sentence. 家でラーメンを食べました. At home, I had some ramen. Same example. All right. Another bonus word that you can add in there is to. So the sentence is 昨日は友達とラーメンを食べました, which means to makes it with someone. So with a friend, I had some ramen. Okay, tomodachi to. Okay, so if you want to look at it here, the mashita is the tense, and the de or a to and the wo, these are all connectors. Okay, going back again, we have the word connector and also the tense. Okay, I hope you understand how important this is when it comes to making sentences. All right, last example, future tense. So let's talk about let's try to say I will have some ramen. We're talking about next week, not today, not yesterday, in the future. Okay, next week. 来週は, which means next week. 来週はラーメンを食べる予定です. When you say 予定です, it becomes something far, kind of like in the future, not right now, right? Nothing close. It's just in the future. All right. Again, same example. If you want to say at location, you can use a で、家でラーメンを食べる予定です。Now, what does it become when you want to say with somebody? You use the と。Okay. 来週は友達とラーメンを食べる予定です。All right. This is how we use it. Guys, anyways, this was a short presentation, but I hope you understand the fact that, like learning a lot of words is just meaningless. You can't just know a lot of, hypothetically, if you knew 1,000 Japanese words, you're still not going to be fluent because you don't know how to connect words and you don't know the tense. You don't know when this is taking place. So please remember, I repeat it over and over again with my students as well. But words, connector, and tense. All right, these are the three golden things that you actually have to tackle. All right, so please tackle this. If you have any questions, please comment below, and I'll talk to you in our next video. All right, guys. If this video helped you, please like it and talk about it with friends and family, and I'll talk to you in our future video. Bye-bye.